Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Cheap Players to Buy in Football Manager 19. Today we're focusing on players under the age of 18 that will cost you less than £1 million to buy. So there were a few players that I wanted to include in this, but they cost more, so I've scrapped them out. I might use them in a later episode, but for now we'll just focus on the players that you can get for £1 million or under. If you like what you're seeing today, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so you get notified every time we release a new video. So in today's episode we are going to focus initially, we'll focus first on the players at the start of the game. What I'll do is I'll give you a brief overview of the players. We will then put an offer in so I can show you that it's accepted for less than £1 million. And then in the second part of the episode I will show you what they can potentially turn out like in 10 years time. Okay, so let's get started. So the first player is Ryan. He's got good passing, good technique. He's 16 years old, Brazilian. This player is really someone that is going to turn out well. I can't wait to show you how he turns out in 10 years time. But we'll start off by trying to put in the offer. This team took a lot of haggling. But eventually we got there in the end with a decent price. And again, like I said, it's under £1 million. So bargain for us there. And I think this was the final offer here. 750,000, 30% percentage of profit. So that was that player. This one is costing me Marco Di Grazia. He's got good determination, good aggression, good pace, good acceleration. He's 16 years old. Plays for Juve. He is currently on loan at Palermo. And as you see, a starting value of 37,500 is again another player that we can get on the cheap. Even if we'd done that first initial offer when we suggested they wanted 600,000, it's still a bargain. But we can push the value down, and you can get yourself a proper bargain here. I can't remember, is it? I think this, no. So it was close, 450,000. 30,000 there. They accepted that, so that is that player done there. The next player we've got Sepp Vandenberg. Can't see any stats from him at the moment. He's 16 years old. Nice little Ed Sheeran lookalike. Contracted to PEC Zwolle. A central defender. This one's valued slightly more. He's valued at 180,000. But interesting to see. Yep, my client's preferred destination would be Arsenal. Everyone's preferred destination should be Arsenal. Sorry. But as you can see, it looks like we can get a pretty decent value there. 650,000, 30% profit, and a friendly arranged with Arsenal. So the next player is Ryan Gravenberch. Again, another player that's not got any stats available at the start of the game. He's a member of the Ajax under-19 side. As you see here, they want slightly more for him. He's an attacking midfield, centre midfielder. Looks a bit like Georgie Wijnaldum, a tiny bit, but this player is. He reminds me of a Yaya Toure because he's 6'2", he's quite big, but he can develop into a really good player. I think this one is the one that just hits the £1 million mark. 1.1. Damn you, Gravenberch! You screwed up my my thumbnail. The next player is Taylor Harwood-Bellis, 16 years old at Man City. He's valued at 23,000, but he's got great heading, great tackling. Again, a central defender, so those points are key. They initially wanted 1 million for him, which is quite a lot, but as you can see, we've dropped him down. There we go, 550,000. They're happy with that. And that is that one. Amad Diallo Traore is the next one. Contracted to Atalanta. He's got good determination, good fitness, good pace, good acceleration. His passing ability could potentially be really good as well. Attacking midfielder, right or left. Striker. And again, you can see they want a little bit more than 1 million, but we can get that down. But this player is potentially someone that can develop very well. As you can see, bargain price there. Maury Bamba's the next player. He's a right side midfielder. He's got good flair, potentially good long shots and finishing as well. Pace and acceleration potentially can be very good. And yeah, he's at the moment he's a bargain, valued at 40,000. Again, I think it's going to take a bit of bumping up. Again, they want over 1 million for him, but we can drop that down. Yeah, as you can see, that's coming down there. So this player is someone that can potentially develop very well. I think he can even be played as a striker, even though he doesn't say it. He has got the potential to play as a striker if he develops well. Brandon Herrera is the next player that we're going to show you. He has not got any stats, unfortunately, but he's got a value of 8.25 thousand. He's a left back, plays for Pumas under 18 side, and as you can see already, we've been able to put in a very decent offer for him. We can get this player. He's one of the cheaper ones that we can get. 300,000. It looks like we're going to go for that, and sold. So the next player is Mustafa Kapi. Again, at the start of the game, you cannot see any stats for this player, but he's a central attacking midfielder. Plays for Galatasaray under 19s. He's valued at 49,000. There's not much of a jump from what they would like for him. Only up to 250,000. So that is a bargain signing there. Franco Tongia, he's the next player in the list. He's got some stats now to show you. Dribbling can be pretty good. His pace can be pretty good. He can play on the left side. He can play in the centre, whether that's as an attacking midfielder or a central midfielder. And as you can see from the negotiations, 180,000, bargain 9. Radu Dragusin, good player there. He's got some fantastic stats. This player we can also get on cheap. A member of the Juventus under 18 side. He's a defender. Initially valued at 27,000, so we pretty much jump up 100%. Jacob Hart is the next player. Another defender. He's got great heading stats, good tackling, good jumping reach. His pace can potentially be very good as well. And his anticipation, they can see, valued very cheaply. 1.4 thousand he's valued at, and we can drop him down even more. Can't remember if I said it. Central defender, plays for FC Copenhagen Reserves. And as you can see here, 100,000, 35%. Oh, they weren't happy with that negotiation. I'll bump it up a little bit. But as you can see, you can still get him cheap. Andre Florescu, again, good player, good technique, good work rate. His first touch, his finishing, determination, flair, they can all develop very nicely as well. He's a left winger or a right winger. He can play on either side. Member of the Dynamo Bucharest under 19 side, 200,000 there, bargain. And Elijah Babic, another player here, good heading, good flair, good pace. His dribbling can go up to a 19 as well, which is really good. He is a striker, but he can probably play more as a winger, I think, with his pace and his dribbling stats. But as you can see, bargain there, 120,000. So I've just shown you what they look like at the start of the game, how much we've offered for the players. Now I'm going to show you how these players can potentially turn out in the 10 years' time. And there are some interesting findings here. Some of these players, they turn out very well. Some turn out well, their average ratings aren't as good, but again, these are still good players that you can buy cheap that develop well. So, this is how Reiner turns out in the game. I've simmed it for 10 years. As you can see, he's at Tottenham, but his stats go up fantastically well. Potentially 18 for passing, 20 for technique, good pace. He's done pretty well. His average ratings aren't fantastic, but as you can see, he's quite consistent, 23 goals, 26 assists. Marco Di Grassa as well. He's another player that develops very well. Determination, off the ball, aggression, natural fitness. They are the key ones that stand out. Agility as well, and balance. So physically he's very good. Plays for Palermo still. They signed him. But he's valued at 53 million. As you can see, he scored plenty of goals for them. Here's a striker that you really need to get. Sepp van den Berg. He's now at Salzburg in the game 10 years in. 24 million he's valued at. But as you can see, his passing, determination, heading, his stats have really grown. And if you look at his history, again, his average ratings aren't fantastic. But it will be a very good squad player. Gravenberch, This is the man that had no stats, I believe, but he's valued at 49.5 million. Attacking midfielder central. He can now play defensive mid as well. He's got good passing, good technique, good flair, good composure. Very, very good stats. Again, the average rating's not fantastic, but overall performance is pretty good. Taylor Harwood-Bellis now, English player here. He's at Bournemouth, valued at 22.5 million. His pace, strength, heading, tackling, teamwork, concentration, composure, all fantastic stats there. And his last couple of seasons have been better. He did get a transfer to Atletico Madrid for 27 million. But Bournemouth have just recently bought him off the MLS side, LAFC. He's not done too bad, 3 assists in 15 games, but this is a pretty steady performer here. Amad Diallo Traore, again, his stats, fitness, acceleration, first touch, passing, technique, off the ball, composure, all of them stats are fantastic. And average ratings for most of these players seem to be like in the highest 6s. But as you can see, he's got pretty good returns. Bamba, there you go. His stats don't develop probably as well as the others, but he's got good pace, good finishing, good technique, good decisions, good flair, good off the ball. And currently playing PSV, valued at 14 million. You can see he's not done too bad. This is why I say I wouldn't play him as a striker. Only 46 goals in 292 games. Brendan Herrera, he's just playing at Pachuca. He's stayed in Mexico by the looks of it. And he, again, high 6s for his average rating. But as a left back, he seems to get quite a few assists. Mustafa Kapi now, he's currently at Lille. He's worth 25 million. Finishing, potentially go up to 18. First touch, passing, technique, vision, composure, fitness, pace, acceleration. He's not got many poor areas there. He spent most of the time at Galatasaray, and then he's moved over to France, Monaco, Lille, but he's generally done pretty well. Tonga, he's gone a different way. He's gone to Australia, 1.4 million at Melbourne City. Stats haven't gone up great, but he is a pretty good player. He chips in with the assists. He's getting an assist pretty much 1 in every 4 games. And I think if he's developed correctly, I don't think Melbourne was the team for him, but if you develop him correctly, it could work out. Unfortunately, Radu Dragusin, his stats don't show up, but he does develop into a good player. I've used him before in one of my games. Jacob Haar, now another good player here. He's at Krasnodar, but he's got good tackling, good heading. He spent some time in the Premier League and the Championship with West Brom. Average ratings high 6s again, but again, he's a solid player. Andre Fleursko, probably one of the most successful players in this list. Currently at Wolves, valued at 33 million. His stats are very good. And average rating wise has been good as well. Assists, 56 goals, 52 assists, 29 man of match awards in 330 games, an average rating of 7.06. And finally, you got Elijah Babic. You can't see his stats, but trust me, he can perform well. I've had him in a couple of my games as well, and he has done very, very well. So, yeah, that is that, I think, by the looks of it. So that's that. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you liked the video. If you do, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you soon.